G'day, it's Ryan the Lion from A Few Quiet Yarns, and I'm sitting here with one of our new sponsors for A Few Quiet Yarns, Christian Kelbrick from Science Logics. So we'll see you on August the 23rd, but before we do, Christian, I'd like to introduce yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. My name's Christian Kelbrick. I'm the Business Development Director for Science Logic in New Zealand. Science Logic, it's been around for about 15 years. It's an American organisation that provides a service assurance and a single pane of glass across an enterprise's hybrid environments. We provide the ability to see, contextualise from a business level down to the actual device, and then act upon that.
So you're bringing lots of Science Logics into New Zealand. In fact, you're bringing the family back to New Zealand. We've come back from the UK.
Yeah.
So bring the family back, bring a new company into the country. Let's all go.
Yeah, I mean, Science Logic's been around for quite a while, but it's very new to the Asia Pacific market. Very new to New Zealand. It's a fantastic tool set. We've got some big customers in region. I also live in Devonport. I have a beautiful wife, Kathy, who I met 25 years ago in Mexico, 25 years this year, and my beautiful teenage children, who are a little bit of a challenge sometimes. So they're 16 and 19, Zane and Jade.
Aren't they all? Weren't we all?
No, I was always a good lad. always, Ryan. As were you, I'm sure.
You've all got to live. Mexico. That's quite an interesting place. It's become really, really popular, hasn't it? But 25 years ago, I don't know that it would have been on many radars. So you and Kathy found each other in Zapalito?
Zapalito is where we met.
Zapalito.
I was always keen on Mayan stuff. So
oh, really?
I wanted to go to Tikal in Guatemala. So started in San Francisco.
There's a rabbit hole we'll go down.
In my mid-20s, and basically travelled all down through the country by trains and then by boat up into Guatemala, the 10 province. And then, saw Tikal. So Tikal is like a city of 250,000 people in the sort of 8th, 9th century. It's just an amazing ruin, set in jungle.
Is this sort of, like I was going to say, is this like the famous Machu Picchu? I know it's a different country, but it's the Mayans...
Inca. So that's the Inca in South America.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Mayan culture was just amazing. It was sort of like a number of city-states, similar to sort of a Greek city-state setup, over 10 million people in a Mesoamerican environment in that sort of 8th, 9th, 10th century. I'm sure someone will correct me on some of those numbers, but Mayan civilization, Mayan ruins, they're just absolutely beautiful.
Isn't the Mayan calendar one of the sort of most famous calendars? And it's great that you are here introducing to New Zealand, and I know that you've got a range of people you're talking to, and obviously with AFQY there'll be a range of people for you to talk to there, but this is your first time as a sponsor, but it's not your first time at AFQY. This is not your first rodeo, is it?
No. I mean, we first met many years ago, and I had a long conversation with a gent about snorkeling, Great Barrier Island, and he turned around and actually rang me up sometime later and offered me a contract, which was pretty good. So I love the concept of A Few Quiet Yarns. It's very much a case of getting to know someone before you do business with them, and that's what it's all about. You don't want to do business with people who are potentially not that good to deal with.
Exactly.
And you both want to do good business, basically.
Yeah. Look after each other. And you may not know this because you've been back in the UK, but your snorkeling story is kind of famous. I told that to the whole crowd one day. So there should be someone that knows the snorkeling story. This is that guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
What else have you been telling, right?
Nothing much. It's all safe, all good stuff. But no, I think it's one of the standout stories. Exactly what AFQY is about. So that's fantastic. Now, what do you think is the coolest thing in tech? Could be anything.
Yeah. I think I'd have to say the Uber technology for the flying taxis. Obviously, I live on the North Shore, so it's great getting the ferry to work. But I tell you what, it would be pretty cool if you could just get picked up from your door and then fly over into wherever you want to go.
Oh, the drone taxi. I almost want to give you a hug, mate. I have been barking on about drone taxis for so long. In fact, I think I even put on Rod Snodgrass's Vector page. He was talking about it. I said I have an article going back to 2014 that I wrote about it after. Imagine having a platform on top of Mount Cook. Just fly up there, land in an Auckland airport, get flown to your hotel, and you're talking about flying from there.
Well, I believe everyone's probably heard earlier this year Uber were out here scoping out the possibility of having a place in central Auckland, and also Kitty Hawk have been developing the Uber drones, if you like, on the Canterbury Plains for quite some time, I believe. So
really,
the technology is there. It's possible, and also New Zealand's just such a great platform for new technology, and we are early adopters and seen as early adopters around the world.
Well, I also think, and I think it was Brent Colbert who made the post, not long after you'd started with AWS, which was the fact that New Zealand airspace is now set for drone taxis. So I think it's the 500 metres between commercial airspace and ground space. I'm not quite sure, but there was an article. We'll be able to ask Brent because he'll be at AFQI on the 23rd.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what have we got left to talk about?
Well, just look forward to seeing everyone at A Few Quiet Yarns, and I'll have myself there and a few of the other gents from Science Logic.
Yeah,
so we've got Gregers in. He's coming in from Denmark. And so Gregers is a guy who built and designed the managed service capability at a large European company using Science Logic platform, and they use that to automate the delivery of their managed service into multiple customers. We've also got Henry in town. He's the professional services lead for Asia Pacific. And Henry will be able to talk. Well, obviously, won't be selling.
No.
But I have to tell you guys about the red card thing when I see you, by the way, if you see this.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I think we can wrap up, and you can head off for a weekend of snorkeling because it is summertime.
Yeah, right.
So I'll say ka kite anō.
Thank you. See you later.
See you on August the 23rd.